Hello students, let us start with part 18 of chapter Morphology of Flowering Plants. In this part, we are going to study about symmetry of flowers. So what is symmetry? Symmetry can be defined as it is similarity in shape, size and form of any object. If we talk about the symmetry of flower, there are three types of symmetry. Actinomorphic symmetry, also called as regular symmetry or radially symmetrical flower. The second is called as zygomorphic or bilateral symmetrical flower. And the third is asymmetrical flower or irregular flower. In the floral formula, we represent actinomorphic symmetry by a circle. Consider this is a circle and a plus sign. So this is the symbol which is used to show actinomorphic flower. Whereas zygomorphic flower, it can be represented by a percentage sign. Please remember this. We will again study this at the end of the chapter. Let us first study with actinomorphic or a regular or a radially symmetrical flower. In this case, if we consider this as a central axis, we can divide this flower into two equal identical halves through more than one plane, vertical plane, and each plane is passing through the central axis. So it is also called as regular or radially symmetrical flower. So a flower can be divided into two equal identical halves through many vertical planes, but that plane should pass through the central axis. Example, China rose, mustard, etc. I hope you understood. So we can divide this flower into two equal identical halves in through many planes, but these planes are passing through the central axis. Second is zygomorphic or bilateral symmetrical flower. You might be remembering about pea flower. I had taught you during auxiliary estivation. In this case, I can divide this flower into two equal identical halves. That plane is passing through the central axis but only through one vertical plane. If I try to divide in this direction, I get two equal halves. But if I try to divide it like this, I do not get two equal halves. Thus, a flower, when it can be divided into two equal halves, but only through one plane, vertical plane passing through the center, it is called as a zygomorphic flower. Example P, example Ocimum. The last type is asymmetrical or irregular flower. In this case, the flower cannot be divided into two equal halves through any vertical plane passing through the center. So in this case, example canna, if I try to divide the flower in this plane, I cannot get two equal halves. This plane, I cannot get two equal halves. So through any vertical plane passing through the center, I cannot divide the flower virtually into two identical halves. Thus, it is a asymmetrical or irregular flower. So students, I hope you have understood three types of symmetry: actinomorphic symmetry or radial symmetry, zygomorphic symmetry or bilaterally symmetrical flower, and asymmetrical or irregular flower. So in next video, we'll now study about different types of fruits. Thank you.